was over. I feel just unstoppable when I've got my makeup on, you know? I'm just Tanya. I've been with you for all this. Hello everyone, this is Burn Beauty 2018 and I am here for pre-makeup skincare over 50. That's a mouthful, right? And if you're a burn survivor, pre-makeup skincare over 50 for burn survivors whose face is completely made of skin grafts. Either way, I'm over 50. So my skin grafts have not been in the position they're in for 50 years. But the underlying muscle is the same. And then I've actually got some little bit of hooded lid that I never had before because my eyelids are grafts too. So I've actually got a little bit of a droop that I never had before. You know, at 45, I didn't have any droop. So I don't really have a lot of wrinkles here, but my under eyes, just things that I try to do my best with, and things that I know are going to help you if you do have the laugh lines that, God, there were so much. I hate to try to get rid of them because there's so much joy in them. I wish I still had what ones I had before I got burned, because those laugh lines are good times, you know? So I always start with the toner. Georgette Klinger is my favorite. Rose Clarifying Toner, because it smells like roses, and I am so stuffy right now that I cannot smell the roses. Now, after I do the toner to get every little bit of makeup off, and to, of course, tone. We want to try to even out our skin tone, right? I use Fenty, and this is the Pro Kisser. So it's like a sugar scrub or a salt scrub in a tube, so you don't have to stick your finger in a little pot. I can feel it like snagging on all the little dry skin. You should use this. I like to use morning and night, and I haven't used it for at least a day, and now it's just like terrible. I mean, part of it is that I get, like right here, this is where a skin graft comes up over my original lip, and of course it creates some really bad skin. You know, I mean, if you look at, it's gross. That used to be white. I think I'm gonna wipe it off. But it's really exfoliating my lips. And then you just put that on. Very important to have your palette, you know, because you can get chemicals, you can get shots, you can get fillers, but if you don't have the moisture and the plumpness from within, it's just not going to look as good. And a lot of this, you know, I'm not allowed to have any Botox or fillers or anything now that I have skin grafts. I think that would be my death if I let someone inject these grafts with, you know, Botox or something. It would not work for me or anyone else in this situation. If you have burns or grafts, don't do it. I don't think they would let you, but just know Burn Beauty told you the same. Okay, so boom, that's beautiful, right? So we've used the Pro Kisser, and then I like to use during the daytime when I'm going to put on lipstick, just while I'm doing the rest of my face, I like to use some lip oil, any brand you like. This one happens to be Haus Labs. But I'm just going to keep this on here while I'm doing my makeup, just to hydrate. And let it soak it up. You exfoliate it. Now let the oil moisturize. At nighttime, I use a different product by Fenty on my lips. I would exfoliate, and then I would use the Thick and Smooth Rich Peptide lip cream. And that stuff is amazing. It's right here, but this is for nighttime. No need to waste it before doing your makeup. So we've done toner. We've got some oil on our skin. Let's do some Flash Nap under our eyes. And Flash Nap is another Fenty product. Sorry, I have this little refrigerator beside me now that I bought. And I'm so glad I bought it for myself for Mother's Day. And it's just got some skincare products in it and skincare tools, because having them cold is amazing. This is Flash Nap. This is your daytime eye cream by Fenty. Take your fourth finger to pat it on, because the skin around your eye is delicate. Your ring finger is the weakest man. That's the weak man, so pat it on around there. It's great if you keep this cold too. In your little fridge. Thank me later. Get a mini fridge. Flawless Beauty makes one, or I'll put a link below. There's a lot of different ones, just depending on what you want. They're all pretty much the same. This is an under eye smoother. It's round. It's cold from my refrigerator. And it feels like heaven. Just to finish rubbing in that Flash Nap, which just refreshes. It's called a Flash Nap because you look like you took a nap. You look rejuvenated after you use it. Of course, here's the kind of hooded eye I have now. Actually, I didn't have this until I had my eyes microbladed, and it full up right here, and never ever went back down. And the microblading did not stay in place, so keep that in mind if you think of being microbladed. But look how good this Flash Nap is doing with this cold under eye soother. That made a difference. That made a visible difference. That's all you need for the day. And eventually, visible differences become permanent differences. So the next thing I like to do is hyaluronic acid. And this is the Ordinary hyaluronic acid. Just put a little here. It is cold. It is heavenly. Then I put a little drop right here because I've got to get to it quickly before it gets in my eyes. So I start up here with that little bit, and then I just rub. Now my rose quartz roller was gifted to me by one of my friends and followers, and it's changed my life, honestly. Ever since I started using it, my face feels so, especially right around here, so much more malleable. Sorry, I'm doing that just for my purposes because my mouth looks normal, but doesn't open very wide. I guarantee you right now it's opening about 30% wider than it did before I started massaging it. You know, and it's no secret that massage helps break up scar tissue and it helps skin grafts and burns. Is just something I have not done. Oh, I feel so good. I love it. It's a great way to start your day too. It just feels good. It's relaxing, you know. You can also start with 2 or 3 days a week. You can start with some under eye patches on. I'll show you that in another video. Or just a face mask while you work with your hair or style your outfit, whatever you're doing. Just leave it on 10 minutes and then start your makeup. That can add a lot of perk, especially if you use a vitamin C mask. So I always put vitamin C on only in the morning. And vitamin C is all about vitality. Oh, so this is so good. This is great for you. Any lines you have, just anything. This is great. Over 40, over 50, over 20, you should have one of those. It's amazing. And so we used one toner to really get the makeup off, and then we've done all these other steps. And then we're going to get out the Fenty Fat Water Toner, which is thick. It's called Fat Water because it's thick, fatty, you know what I mean? Like great moisture. I'm gonna put that on her face. So we've got the Fat Water on, and then I like to use the Hydrolyzer, which is the daytime moisturizer with the SPF that you need, because we're not going anywhere without sunblock. It'll be in our makeup, but it's also going to be in our moisturizer. It's going to be in as many layers of things we can put it in, because this skin must be protected. All skin must, but these skin grafts and this mature skin must be protected. So this is Fenty Hydrolyzer. You can use any moisturizer you want. I like using this Fenty line of products, as you can tell. But I also, at night, I use a heavier night cream by Grown Alchemist, because I am over 50, and Grown Alchemist makes a regenerating night cream, which is kind of pricey, but lasts a really long time. I'll give you a link to it, because this is basically my nighttime routine too, with the exception that I would use a different moisturizer here, and I wouldn't use any vitamin C. Everything else is the same. Okay, then we're going to use two primers that are both hydrating and blurring. This is Watermelon Burst by Ciate London. It is so hydrating that it makes your makeup look so smooth and beautiful that the first time I used it, I forgot to put on setting powder. It's like my face is done. It looked beautiful. And then I was like, wait a minute, I don't remember setting this. But this is really, really luxurious. And it smells like watermelon. You will definitely need a snack afterwards. So, that's one primer. Why am I using two? Well, this primer is hydrating and pore refining. But I have Tula hydrating and blurring primer for a while. And I know it does a really good job too, so I thought if one is good, then two are better. But you can always do that, so I'm going to use the Tula as well. And what blurring primer does is minimizes pores, which is what everyone is doing when you're putting the filters on Instagram and everything. You're really minimizing the pores to smooth the skin. It's smoothing everything out. I don't use filters, but I certainly don't mind using makeup that's good for your skin and gives a nice effect. I mean, that's why I use makeup. I don't use filters because they're not attainable. If I use a filter and you may spend the rest of your days trying to simulate a look that you can't, because it was never real. Just like the magazines we used to look at when we were younger with the airbrushed models. Well, we still got that. It's just digital now. And now everyone can do it, but just because you can doesn't mean you should. So I've got the primer on. Next step is foundation. And then we're ready. I'm not going to do much more than foundation today. I love the Lancome Fond de Teint Idole, and this is in the stick. It is still full coverage foundation. Believe it or not, you see that? It's still full coverage. You can almost not see it go on my skin because it matches me so well. See that? I just went away. And I'm going to try to use less of this. I feel like I've been putting on too much. And I've been using the Kabuki brush, pardon me guys. I think I'm just going to use a regular face brush right now and see what happens. Dab it out. I've been using the Kabuki, but I really think, I don't know if I'm starting to look mask-like. To me, I look beautiful, but I'm getting even more comments. So I just don't, sometimes I just don't know. You know, I don't know. I know really never to believe the haters, but sometimes there may be some truth in it. It's like, oh, maybe my makeup's a little too heavy or something. And I try to pay attention to it. I try to take the useful parts of it and ignore the part that you know is designed just to hurt you. You know, so I think that's what we do in life, really. So I kind of like that. I'm a little less foundation-y, but I need a little more concealer. So let's do it. Urban Decay Quickie Under Eye Concealer. See, I've got bags under my eyes, the cracking and breaking, all that. The way you combat that is not with baking. It's not with any kind of special concealer. It's with hydration. It's with doing all those steps I just showed you repeatedly. And for me, with the skin grafts, and if you have any there under your eyes, it's for keeping your weight in check. Because right now, those grafts are poofy because I have gained weight and I have fat in them. That's what you're seeing. So, you know, I'm a self-taught makeup artist, not a magician. So there may be some, you may see it, but look, I moisturized it really well and put it on, and it looks pretty. I mean, it's an improvement. And that's what we're looking for. I don't need to look like anybody else. I don't need to look like a filter. I just need to look my best, my most confident. So I'm going to bring this down because we want light to come down just like everybody else, just such is the trend, to get light right here in your upper cheeks. And I put concealer here because I have a dark spot on my top. This isn't actually a lip. It's made of my lower abdomen, I think. I get confused. I think, yeah, it's made of my lower abdomen because they gave me a tummy tuck to do it, which is dope. So, of course, it was a 9-hour surgery that I thought was going to be 2 hours. But they did what they had to because I asked them not to give me cadaver skin. I thought it would be hard enough to tone back up into one color using just skin from different parts of my body because I'd seen what that looked like, and it looked like a patchwork quilt. Even though the skin all came from my body, it was really, really patchy and just majorly different colors depending upon what part of the body it came from. It was just amazingly different. So I'm dabbing it out. So I've got a lot of lightness. Don't worry. Got some concealer in my lashy brows. We always get that out immediately before it dries. Always. Lashy Brows sent me a sealant with my last delivery, and that really helped me get the makeup off just now. So I am going to prime my lids. I'm doing all this and try to take away some of this darkness because I'm only going to do another diamond bomb. Then I'm going to show you a different way to use it than last time. Got that on. I've got the foundation. Now we're going to contour, and I am really getting in a hurry to get to my hair appointment. So I'm just trying to move faster, okay, y'all? And this is where you got to be able to do this. So I'm going to put my light color down my nose. I'm still coming down my nose again, even though you saw me put foundation there, and I'm coming up in my T, making my little, I call it a crown, coming under this eye again. This color is a soft amber, and it matches my skin almost perfectly as well. And a little dot on your chin, okay? And then you've got to get your nose. It's the most important part for me because I don't really have a nose. I've shown y'all before. So we're gonna make it look like I have a beautiful nose from the front, except people will still call me a piggy because it's lifted and you can see into it. Screw them. Wait, did I say that? You know what I meant. Forget about them. Then I'm gonna do a wedge of concealer. Wedge. Popping my, that's too high. Sometimes I just take it right off just like that. Popping out my cheekbones as much as I can right here. Sometimes I do it this way, most of the time not, but sometimes. And then I'm gonna come back in with the soft amber and go right underneath it in a light color. Now we blend, right? And we blend with a brush, with a contour brush. We start with the light colors. And we push them into our skin just like we do everything else. We are always pushing product into our skin. We are never rubbing it. We don't want it on top of our skin. We want to push it in as much as you can. Push something into your skin. That is what we want to do. Here underneath where I'm gonna do the dramatic. This is the most important contour people do, to pop that cheekbone. This is the one that really changes your face. Come up here and do my hairline. Fenty matchsticks are my favorite. These blend so easily that I can do it rapidly. It doesn't have to be part of a 3-hour makeup routine. It can be part of a 30-minute makeup routine and give you the most sculpted face you've ever had. I didn't do my chin, which is important. And so we're practically done. How are we done? You haven't even put on your lashes yet, Burn Beauty. Well, I'm gonna put on a little swipe of pink liner. I mean, what am I saying that? I always use the wrong words. A pink shadow, because I'm feeling kind of pink today. And I'm gonna get my hair done, and it's gonna be real pretty blonde. You see how easily that blends? Oh, I forgot to do my nose. So with the nose, I use a different brush, smaller blending brush, and we always come up underneath the eye. Then we come down. See how easy that blended? Not everything does that. Not every product you're going to get is going to blend that easily for you. It's just not going to happen. This is like butter. So that's why I really like the Fenty. There's other brands and you can use anything you like, but just the blending power of this makes everything so much easier for me. And the inclusivity. There is a color of this for you. Whatever color you are, I already know there's a color for you. Boom, we've done it, and we're gonna put on some setting powder because we need to start moving a little faster and with a little more enthusiasm right now. I'm using Besame Soft Focus powder. Soft focus is the same as blurring. I'm gonna put it everywhere because again, you know, I don't mind my scars. I'll show them to you all day long. But if I'm doing my makeup, I want it to look as best as it can look. I'm not doing it just like, oh, let me do my makeup, but make sure all my scars show. No. I do want to take them away, but I do want you to know that I am here for burn survivors and trauma survivors, and that we can make our face like this. I want you to know it's possible, that everything is possible, really, with faith. And when I say faith, it doesn't have to be religious. With faith, just believe in yourself or in whatever you believe in. It's the MAC Art Library palette, and it has a lot of beautiful nudes, beautiful colors in it. And then I'm going to take this pink color. It's the color I wanted. Sort of the fancy pink. I forget my words, y'all, so don't get mad at me. Sort of an iridescent pink. It's just pretty. It's just a favorite of mine to wear when I'm not wearing much else. And we're going to blend it out, even though we're in a hurry. That's pretty. MAC Art Library. Then I'm going to take some of the Art Library brown and try to cover up this red under my eyes. My eyes were so red yesterday that someone, or the other day, that someone was like, I'm not sure about that red liner. I felt really embarrassed. Oh, I thought we all knew my situation. Definitely not wearing red liner. But that just is what it is. I'm not upset about it. I'm just saying I want to be more conscious of it now. The red doesn't take to eyeliner at all. It's the inside of my eye. So you know it's that, you know how on the inside of your eye is. The red inside your eye is very porous and wet and just everything is a mess. A very quick blend, because we gotta get out of here. Quick blend. I haven't even done my brows yet, so I'm kind of out of order. I'm only blending out the edges, just soften it. Because when I come back to finish this video after I go get my hair done, I'm gonna show you why I laid down this pink shadow this way and how we're gonna glow up with it. I'll use a quick liquid liner today and no lesson on it. I'm just kind of like, I gotta get to the hair salon. Doesn't always have to be perfect. That's all I can tell you. The bright pink powder blush, because I'm in a hurry. I'm not playing with anything. This is from Shan. Shades of Shan. I love this blush palette because it always covers any color I need. I normally use a liquid blush just for my standard color, but when I'm doing anything different, I think it's very economical just to have a powder palette because you can get the same beautiful look out of it. But I got rid of the really big raccoon eyes because I just don't want anybody commenting on my under eyes anymore. I definitely didn't. My under eyes and my nose were the things that bothered me personally the most as I was being reconstructed, and of course those are the things that people see and go for. So sometimes in life, you know, you just gotta be tough. Be tough. That's what it is. And the people that are, you know, not empathetic about it or just plain out rude about it, or think for some reason you're wearing red eyeliner, your burns with either, like, I wouldn't have done that. Not over that. Clearly I'm not over that. Need to get over that. Let it go. While this eyelash is drying, I'm going to take the same brush that I put my setting powder on with, and I'm going to get my e.l.f. HD finishing powder. It's amazing stuff for maybe $6.99. I don't know the price exactly, but it's under $10. And this is your true filtered finish right here. This is your, I don't use filters because I truly don't. And you know, you have to understand that, you know, maybe my face isn't perfect when I say I don't use filters. But man, you know what my face is without my makeup and without this stuff. It's really, really, you know, it's a burn survivor's face. It's a beautiful burn survivor's face. let's put some highlighter on while we're going. Because I gotta get to the place. All right, of course, I'm late. I'm gonna put this on. Nose. I like to do the tip slightly. Let's get the cheeks. Just a little there. And then a pencil brush right down the middle and line. We're not even gonna line today. I'm gonna remove the lip oil. Are my bags down there? Whatever you're going through, this too shall pass. Love y'all.